Why can I
Yeah,
hear
got
everything?
anal warts,
What's
AIDS,
on?
and herpes, but no COVID though. So.
Oh, that's me. Good evening. Welcome to Play Something Good. We're so glad to have you here with us tonight. We've got a great show in store for you with tonight's guest, Lucy's Brown Seville. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Is there anything going on here?
I
Are
thi-
folks at home watching
Are
right
we
now?
still? Are we live? Are we live, Bodie? Oh, we're live. Oh, hey. Sorry, guys. That's embarrassing. That's so embarrassing. Dan, how are you tonight?
Well, can I be frank?
That's how I live every day.
I'm just trying to come to your side for a minute, man.
So I'm Dan McCaslin. This is
No, I mean I just want to speak frankly. I don't want.
Like
I
me?
don't want to mince words.
okay.
Let me just tell you, you got a great shirt.
Let me tell you something about mincing. I've been really getting into cooking lately, and I'm learning all the julienne, the mince, the fine chop, the rough chop. You cook?
Of course I do.
Il cuoco? That's Italian.
See, we.
Not to see. Let's see. Anyway, welcome to week 4 of Play Something Good. As always here.
Rata la fromage.
He likes cheese.
It's actually great, the cheese.
We're your hosts, Dan McCaslin and Frank Grimaldi. I'm Frank Grimaldi. That's Dan.
That's Frank.
And we match shirts every week, and tonight is no exception. And this is a shirt we played at the
Kind
Platt.
of like Wilson on Home Improvement. You know how he was always
Exactly.
fence thing.
Hi ho, neighbor. Hi ho, neighbor.
Hi ho.
So we got Lucy's Brown Seville here tonight. How was the sound check, Dan? Did you like it?
I did like the sound check. We were doing a few tweaks to the vocals at the end, and with some of the new gear that we've been implementing into our project here, we're getting a lot more punch out of it, man. It's really coming to into the pro level here.
I think it's coming together quite nicely. We've had over 5,000 views each week. We'd like to say thank you to you guys for tuning in on Facebook and YouTube and sharing with your friends and just hanging out with us on Saturday nights. I mean, I know there's not much else going on, but we're happy to have you each and every week for some live music with us here on Play Something Good. Dan, do you have anything you want to, anything burning, anything you want to tell?
I actually do have some burning, yearning desires to speak about this band here, and I'm so unfamiliar with them prior to tonight. I can't remember their name. Maybe you can remind me.
It's Lucy's Brown Seville.
Lucy's Brown Seville, that's right. Well, I've now had the pleasure of hearing them at Soundcheck, speaking of Soundcheck, and man, these guys really rock. So you guys should really share this video, tell everybody, check it out tonight. It will not be a disappointment, I can assure you. Everybody up on this stage tonight is going to be absolutely crushing it, that I can assure you. So feel very confident in sharing this one. This is going to be a fun night.
And I just want to say, before we go live for the band, we are running for the first time this week. We're going to run a virtual tip jar throughout the night. It'll be scrolling at the bottom, the Venmo and the PayPal information. We do not expect any money from anybody at all, ever. We want to keep this as free and friendly. But if you guys are into what we're doing and you are enjoying it each week and you are telling your friends, if you wanted to throw some money to us for production, we would love you forever. And as always, share the page, tell your friends, invite people to like our YouTube channel. We're getting more subscribers. You guys are awesome. And without further ado, we're going to bring up Lucy's Brown Seville, y'all.
street lights come on. Oh, mama said, when you hear a voice, you better run on. Should've known it all along. When I ride you when you're wrong, you better learn not to be strong. You're gonna mess up. She's gone. Ooh, when she's gone. Come on, boy, you're falling way behind. Time ain't gonna wait for you. Make up your mind. What's the matter, son? You got something in your ears. Only gotta deal with me for a few more years. I said, mama said now. Come on in when the street lights come on. Oh, mama said, when you hear voice, you better run on. Ooh, yeah. Should've known it all along. Gonna ride you when you're wrong. You better learn not to be strong. You're gonna mess up, and she's gone. Ooh, when she's gone. Mama said now. Come on in when the street lights come on. Mama said, when you hear a voice, you better run. Oh, 'cause mama said. Ooh, mama said. You're gonna miss her when she's gone. Thank you. I can hear it in your words. you say? Said, why don't you, why don't you, why don't you say? Why don't you say? Said, why don't you, why don't you, why don't you say? Said, why don't you, why don't you, why don't you say? Said, why don't you, why don't you, why don't you say? Thank you, thank you.
How about little
On the slide? Want to throw on the slide at him?
yeah, we can do that. Here, I gotta lose this.
Something good coming up. It's getting hot in here. Thank you for having us, by the way. We're Lucy's Brown Seville. We're excited to be here. Yeah, you'll find us on the YouTubes and the Instagrams and the Facebooks and Reverb Nations. And we got some recording coming up here soon. We got invited out to do this fine show, and this is a fantastic place. Got the vibes going. We're going to throw out another tune. We call this one, what is this one? On the Sly. All right, here we go. Running all around behind the scenery. Technology's as crazy as it's ever been. And in this crazy world that we're living in, we're keeping it on the slide. We're keeping it on the slide so nobody knows. That's right, we're keeping it on the slide. Keeping it on the slide, nobody knows. We're never backing down from the hustlers and the clowns. We're taking back what has been taken. So don't be mistaken, the laws that they're breaking is everyone shaking. The foundation is breaking down. Keeping it on the slide. They're keeping it on the slide so nobody knows. On the slide. They're keeping it on the almost been drowned. Don't know how to fix it. Wish I could forget it. The feelings that I bury become part of me. There's a better way to start. Wanna waste the time I got. Can't always see what's right in front of me. Oh, now it's really happening. 'Cause I wanna be like the ocean. Want you drown in me, drown in me. I wanna be like the sky. Want you fall through me, fall through me. I just can't forget it. And all the time I wasted, and the feelings that I bury, rising from the dead. Oh, but I won't stop. I wanna waste the time I got. Now that I see the world around me, oh, now it's already happening. 'Cause I wanna be like the ocean. Want you drown in me, drown in me. I wanna be like the sky. Want you fall through me, fall through me. through me. Thank you, thank you. Throw something like something slow at him. With you. Like with you. Get close to that special someone, folks. This one's for you. Is it the right thing to do? I give up everything for you. Oh, how did the bill standing by you? Lord, have I tried, couldn't deny you. I've always loved the scent of your hair. If you weren't so far away, I would go there. Try to keep everything in perspective. Oh, but my poor heart has become infected. With you, with you, with you, oh, with you. Oh, can't you view my eyes when the longing to undress you? As for the rest of me, I just want to be the only one with you, with you, oh, with you. Why can't you ever be where I want you? If I was to pass away, I would haunt you. Oh, how long has it been since I told you? All that I want from you is to hold you. It's getting hot in here thinking about it. I hope that you'll be the same, but I doubt it. No. And I just can't settle down till I find you. You know that I'll always be in ecstasy. With you, with you, with you, oh, with you. Oh, can't you be my eyes when the longing to undress you? As for the rest of me, I just want to be the only one. With you, with you, oh, with you, with you, with you, with you. What you wanna do, buddy? You read my mind. Make it mine to find time. I gotta find another kind of high. Gonna break why get lost inside your bright and no pink eyes. Another big so I can hurry in to see the last show. Gonna blow your mind. Oh, who's gonna light my fuse when I'm rolling out on the ground? Oh, who's gonna put me out when I'm rolling out on the ground? There she goes again, another touchdown. Now there she goes so long, and in your mind. However we get it, it's alright with me. We're breaking any laws, digging into your walls. Lord, you won't believe me if I told you. Here's a little red pill for you. Truth can be stranger than fiction. Well, I might be right this time. Don't believe the illusion. Well, I might be right this time. If there's treasure left to find, however we get it, it's alright with me. Fool them, but you can't fool me. Drag it out for the world to see. Lord, you won't believe me if I told you. Here's a little red pill for you. No truth can be stranger than fiction. I might be right this time. Don't you believe the illusion? Well, I might be right this time. How much time we got left? And then hit him with color. I've got the heart. Oh yeah. Yep. So once again, we are Lucy's Brown Seville. You can find us on all those common social media platforms. We got a cool project coming up soon. We're going to film another music video at Tangent Gallery with some special folks. It'll be like a showcase of 3 or 4 songs that we may or may not be playing tonight. So once again, we are also very happy to be here. Thank you for inviting us. And we're going to play some more jams here in a minute. Call this one What'd You Do? Passed out one more time on the front lawn of all your lies. I never wanna hear you say miss all those other ones anyways. What you do to my baby? Why you driving me crazy? Why you do to my baby? Why you do me crazy? I don't wanna fight, don't wanna sleep alone tonight. I just wanna know when you're gonna let it go. Lights out one more time on the backstage of your mind. I never get to say to you, miss all those things that we used to do. So what you did to me, baby? Why you driving me crazy? Why you did to me, baby? Why you driving me crazy? Oh, I don't wanna fight, don't wanna sleep alone tonight. I just wanna know when you're gonna let it go. What you did to my lady? Why you driving me crazy? What you did to my baby? Why you driving me crazy? Beautiful decay of color. Cool.
Do the fucking extendo jam.
Cool.
Are we gonna do the jam at the end?
Yeah. I just won't sing those particular bits.
Those bits.
The bits.
The bits.
The other bits that aren't our bits.
Alright, another beer. Alright. Red eye. Red eye. Looks like a green eye.
Yes. We call this one color of the day. going now? Color is the day. Propaganda feeds a nation as we fight for liberation again and again. Watch them struggling for power while they're knocking down all their ivory towers. Gotta figure it out before we walk away. Where are we going now? The color is the day. What is falling down? Can't you feed our promises? Where are we going now? you see how wrong this is? Where are we going now? What color is the day? See how wrong this is? Are we going now? What color is the Thank you so much. We are Lucy's Brown Seville. Now we chill, I think.
We good, Frank?
Interview coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back to talk with Lucy's Brown Seville. You can comment your questions in any time, and of course, you can always find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and PlaySomethingGood.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Play Something Good.
Play something good.
That's right. We are your hosts, Mr. Frank Grimaldi.
Mr. Dan McCaslin.
Why are we talking like this?
Oh, I don't know, man. I thought it'd be fun, you know.
It was pretty cool. I don't know. Maybe they liked it at home. Who knows?
I liked it.
How'd you like them?
I was hoping you'd like.
How
it.
did you like Lucy's Brown Seville? Did you like them?
Who was that?
So that's these
Oh, these
guys,
guys
tonight.
here?
Yeah, the band that was tonight on our
Were
show.
you guys playing here tonight? Was this where you guys were playing up here?
We made a little noise.
I'm just kidding. No, these guys were great, man. These guys absolutely rocked it. I'm super happy that we were able to get them on here because it was a blast.
So it was a really great reception to you guys. Everybody seemed to love your sound. People really liked you.
What?
I think it was the mustache.
It might be the
I'm
mustache.
pretty sure it's the mustache.
Cool.
So I must ask you guys a question. Sorry. Sorry. I actually had no follow up on that. I didn't
love
know where
that.
I was
We
That's
going.
need
great.
one of those little.
We actually
we need a live drummer back
we were
there to do
looking
that.
we were looking into we found this thing on Facebook Marketplace that you can add laughter, giggle, audience applause, and it would be cheesy, but I think it would be pretty cool. To be honest, I
If we can get some feedback out there from folks watching at home, if you'd like to hear, fake giggles and laughter and hand clapping and stuff, let
it would
us
be like
know.
an ABC sitcom.
Let us know that that's something that people are interested in out there.
So we don't bring you guys on here to throw you, lob beach balls for you guys to knock off the tee. We come hard hitting with questions that people really want to know. Like number one, there was an internet question sent in by a lady that I don't know who it was, but she asked, who would be the other artist on the Lucy's Brown Seville Spotify or Pandora channel? What are some artists, maybe local artists, keeping the spirit of Play Something Good here?
I don't know about local, but I'm definitely inspired by Corey Henry and the Funk Apostles or the Revival. Check them out.
I will check them out. He was telling us about that band before the show tonight. These guys had a really fantastic sound check, and I just knew after about 30 seconds into their first song that they were gonna kick some major ass, and they really did. You guys, your mix was great, and it's easy to mix a good band. So we appreciate you guys coming out.
Thank you for making us sound good, gentlemen.
And these guys came from far and wide,
My pleasure.
So how long's the band been together? And give us a brief, history. I guess from what I understand, the rotation's been kind of, revolving a little bit.
A little bit. You wanna start us off?
Right on. Lucy's came out of a previous band, and me and Paul got together, and he's like, "Hey man, I want to do something with Stax and Motown and funk and that whole vibe." And Lucy's Brown Seville was the name he was kicking around. I'm like, cool, let's get some people in on it. And we put out some ads, and Mr. Joe Nestico here responded. Yeah, this was late 08, early 09. And then we had Miss Rebecca Hopper respond. So it was the four of us for a while. And the first show was Cliff Bells. We had Mike. I forget his last name, but Mike on bass. And then since then we've had it's been like a revolving door of different artists, bass players, singers, saxophone player. In our current formation is these three gentlemen that I'm here with now.
Oh, you guys have a really well cultivated sound and super tight. The word tight was used to describe your guys' sound, I think 3 or 4 different times by different people, and really funky. Super danceable. When you guys were able to, were you guys playing a lot of shows? Were you out playing clubs? Were you playing bars? Where were you guys playing at?
What was the last thing? Winter Blast.
Winter Blast into downtown Detroit, and then
It's been like a year.
in June we did Porch Fest up in Port Austin.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
Porch Fest is awesome.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, we're on for next summer also.
awesome.
He just emailed me.
All right,
So
cool.
there was a venue, I think it's called Pack's Backyard.
Pack's Backyard. Yep.
And my band Slowfoot was supposed to play it. We were supposed to play the morning after Grateful Dead tribute band, and they were like, they're like, it's Sunday afternoon, but they're like, the Deadheads come and they don't leave, and they just kind of hang out in true Wookiee fashion, So they're like, it might sound like a lame set, but it'd be awesome. And of course, that got canceled, and Motown Meltdown that Marcus was
Man.
planning at the Tangent got canceled.
That was a
and
hit.
That was going to feature Slowfoot, Lucy's Brown Seville, and our
Birds
guest,
of Prey, your
our
guest last week.
Last week was Birds
Yep.
of Prey. They were supposed to be on it, and our dreams and aspirations and all of our bookings and money went and evaporated into dust in our mouths.
Oh, they just got postponed. This seems like a very nice venue to do a revolving set with a bunch of bands. This would be a great place to do that.
That's the whole thing, you know.
We can talk about that off the air if you want.
Sure, man.
That'd be good plan for the
And,
future.
you
then.
know, and it's just people need music, and
Yeah.
I think that's
Could we have that last comment stricken from the record?
Sure.
I'll allow it.
This is a purely off the record conversation regarding more shows with
Gotcha.
more bands.
I wish you'd keep it professional. While we're
Not like
interviewing
we
you,
want
Marcus.
anybody's feedback or opinions.
I'm projecting is what I'm doing.
And
I'm
if you'd like
idealistic.
to be on Play Something Good, hit us up at our Gmail, playsomethinggood@gmail.com.
I'm optimistic we'll return to a place where we can do such a show that I have just mentioned.
I'm really hoping for it. It seems like things are going to be lifted a little bit. The bars and the restaurants have to close at 10, which is weird. That's about the time I would get to a bar normally if I was going out to a bar. And I'm not here to chastise the Michigan Department of Human Health and Health
Sure,
Safety
sure.
and heifers and whatever else.
Nuprin.
We just
Little.
want to make
Yellow.
music
Different.
for folks, with folks, whenever we can do it, and we're happy to be here tonight.
It's just sad, man. It's like people only do things because they get paid.
I will not bow to any corporate sponsor.
Hell here.
Anyway, let's go around here. Let's get to know the rest of these guys. We got Marcus Concernicus.
Marcus Concernicus.
Yeah, that can't be your real name.
It's not, but that's what I'm going with.
That's fine. I don't trust you anymore.
No real names.
You look like Guy Fawkes, and I don't know if I can trust you. Were you at the Capitol? Sorry, that was harsh.
Absolutely not. No.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Where's the boo button? That was great, Frank. That was great.
Who's that guitar player? I want to hear from this guitar player.
This is Mr. Joe Nestico.
Joe, how the hell are you?
Good. How are you this evening? Nasty fro.
You're a bad motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, been doing it a while.
I mean, the tone. What's that amp you're playing on?
It's
a
a Ampeg Reverber Rocket. I think I got it mid-'90s. I've had it ever since. I've dragged that thing all around the country.
You don't have a super complicated setup. You don't have
No.
a million pedals in front
I'm
of you.
simple, man. Tones in the hands. That's the way I've always been. Like these guys have these big, fucking pedal
man,
boards.
If you just give me more
Yeah.
pedals, I can sound like anybody.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. The gear makes a musician. We talk about that a lot here.
Yeah.
I like it when you use the wah, though.
Yeah. Got to have the wah, especially for the funk shit that we do.
What type of wah do you use?
Just old Dunlop Crybaby.
I had a-
Standard.
had a Morley
had one
Bad
all
Horsey
hot
for a
rodded,
while.
and then I was picking up fucking radio stations and shit. Am I not supposed to cuss?
No, you can do whatever you
Oh,
want.
okay.
Let's,
I mean,
let's keep it out of the gutter, but
Okay.
Yeah, let's not get too.
Yeah,
nasty.
yeah.
all you have to do is
I
say
got you.
earmuffs. You say earmuffs.
Earmuffs.
We're hoping doing this at this time of the evening. Hopefully there are no children watching. So I mean, let that be a parental advisory right there.
When Joe came in-
this is an adult program.
When Joe came in for
10
sound
o'clock.
check, we said, what side of the stage you want to be on? And he said, I think I'm going to lay here with my pants off. And we said, that's fine. But what side of the stage are you going to be on?
All of them.
That's no problem. No problem at all. We'll put a blanket over you or something.
So, Joe, you said you've been all over the country. Were you playing in touring acts? Or tell us a little bit about your musical history.
Just I got started early. I was like 14, 15 playing in bars, doing blues bands, shit like that.
Same as me.
And I kind of got bored with that, and then I was doing like the southern rockabilly kind of shit, and moved on from that. Got bored with that, and then it always came back to Motown. I grew up listening to that. It was just amazing. I mean, the musicians are just phenomenal. And then I
Groove
gave it
Brothers.
up. I gave it up for like 9 years. I didn't
Honestly,
touch a guitar.
I got to tell you one thing that I've noticed is you don't really look like a guitar player.
No.
Like
no.
I thought when I first saw you, my first instincts were to think that you probably played harpsichord, or at least
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as your first
Backup
instrument,
triangle.
primary.
Yeah.
instrument.
Electric triangle.
Yeah.
So, so I was in a blues band for a long time called Dirty Basement Blues. We played the International Blues
No,
Challenge.
you weren't.
And I was just just the lead singer of the band, just the lead singer. And so
But you can imagine if he was.
I would always get people coming up to me after the show, and I think they meant it as a compliment. They'd always say, "You don't look like your voice that came out of you.
Yeah.
You don't look like a singer."
Well, thanks,
Well,
man.
sorry, I didn't wear leather chaps. I don't know
Yeah.
what do you want from me? So that was
Yeah,
the
it's been an
joke here.
ongoing joke to Frank, so I just thought I'd pull it on you, see what kind of
Yeah.
reaction I got,
I really don't.
You look like a hell of a guitar player. If you just wore
You don't look like a
costume-
harpsichord.
Yeah, I got to wear a
player
costume and jump around and.
So let's hear from the guy pounding away at the skins there. Definitely the hardest hitting drummer we've had on Play Something Good as of yet. What's your name and did you play with hammers when you were a kid?
He plays with hammers now.
Paul Winterhalter, just been playing on fuck forever, man. And started in heavier bands and just kind of worked my way. Grew up on Motown, you know, all the classic shit, and then but started in heavier bands and just kind of worked my way to where we're doing more of the Motown, funkier stuff. I was always a huge fan of like Chad Smith, Chili Peppers, that stuff. So just kind of
Now,
cultivated from there.
have you ever contemplated maybe pushing a little heavier, like kind of metal thing with this, but maybe instead of using like a traditional drum kit, you would maybe play something comprised all of different size and shape vibra slaps?
Vibra slaps?
Yes.
Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting theory.
Different sizes and shit? I didn't know they
Well, they don't actually make different sizes, but I was thinking you
But
could
I'll-
get
but
some
I'll-
customized.
We know
I'll
some
make those
people.
motherfuckers.
We know some people that if we get the blueprints drawn up, we can get you a Terry Bozzio style kit.
Dude, I'm not
some glockenspiels.
I'm not certified
How
or
about that?
anything,
How
you
about
know,
that?
but
Glockenspiel.
I mean, there should
Xylophone.
no
How
more
about
than
some
one of
xylophone?
those. No more than one.
More of a vibes.
See, the
vibes
xylophone,
guys.
I think, will get in the way
Chimes?
of some of the vibra slaps.
chimes?
The lower,
Gotta have
the
a
lower
variety.
regimen vibra slaps down here.
Cowbell.
Always
I mean,
more cowbell.
fucking cowbell.
Paul, if we made you pick a drummer influenced Mount Rushmore, and I think that's 4 people. I don't know. It might be 5. Who am I? But anyway, if we had to make you pick a top 4, let's say top 4 drummers that influenced you, not that you like, but
No,
that influenced you.
Bonham. Stanton
That was
Moore.
obvious.
Stanton Moore from Galactic.
Oh man.
Oh,
Galactic's
Uh,
Keller.
Fucking Chad again.
Fucking Chad.
Ooh, Clyde Stubblefield from James Brown.
Mm.
Fuck, I could go on. For
Funky drummer?
forever. Fuck yes.
All the hip hop guys like sample his beats.
Yeah, how and he never got paid, did he?
I don't know.
You guys hip to the amen break? Anybody ever learned about that?
No.
It's not familiar.
Well, I'm not gonna go into the entire thing here, but
No, go ahead.
Yeah, you kind of you segued the whole thing. You're gonna have to tell us now.
the amen break is probably the most sampled thing in history ever, and it's from a song called "Amen Brother" that was like I think it was B-side of like a 60s record. It was kind of a soul spiritual kind of record, and it's got a drum break in it, and it's got like a little cool syncopation thing at the end. So like all these house musicians, techno, this and that, sampled the crap out of that back in the day, and it's like entered into our permanent, subconscious. So you are familiar with the amen break, just maybe not by its name.
I could dig it.
Complete styles of music have been
I'm
created
glad
off of
you.
this
I'm
one
glad you
break.
just derailed the whole thing for that.
That was educational.
I don't
Frank.
even know what's
Why
happening.
don't you open a book sometime? Huh?
Yeah, well, if you want to
You
hear
got those
more, if
glasses,
you want
you
to
ought to be
hear
able to read.
more about the Amen Break, consult your local library. Oh wait, they're closed. Are they? I don't know if they are or not. That was rough. I'm sorry. It's been a rough weekend, guys. So anyway, we got Tony Montana playing the bass.
Real decent, Clark.
Only got 2 things left in this world, man.
Now, your tone could be described as, Dan, help me out here, sultry, sexy, smooth, supple.
Yeah, it's thick with enough bite, but it's not brittle whatsoever. I mean, it will cut through a mix, but it still is thick and juicy. So, I mean, I would describe that as like just enough tone, not to the point of like overdoing it.
It's like
But
when you
smooth,
make
it's
Jello,
smooth.
when you use just enough water, so it.
Continue.
You guys don't.
No.
You guys aren't okay. Anyway,
But I got a boner right
so you play
Hey
a,
now.
a cacophony of notes, but you're not notey. You're not a notey player. You
Good
just
thing your legs are crossed.
and I don't like to say this to my contemporary male peers, but you got a great pocket on you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like
Could you talk to the mic here?
I'm not really going for melody so much as like I don't know why, but I love 16th notes. I think I tend to pepper in just a lot of. I don't know. And
They're fun.
I paint myself into corners sometimes, though. I get a little overzealous and I kind of get lost. But I mean, fuck it. That's half the fun of
The
playing.
further you go out, the harder it is to come back. But it's fun. That's part of the challenge, right?
Well, the only man who knows where the line is the one who's crossed it. Hunter Thompson said that. And I believe that's true with all instruments. If you're at rehearsal and you're not, you know the parts and you know the songs, and you're trying to push. If you're trying to push something a little further than you've been going, or you want to take something a certain place, you're gonna mess up. And I think your bandmates know that you're trying to get somewhere and trying to elevate your game. So, you got to push yourself. Every single time you pick up your instrument, you have to push yourself and try and make yourself better. And don't always do the easy things. Like everybody seems to fall in a rut of you warm up the same way, you practice the same way, you run the same scales, you do the same finger exercises. Try something that's harder and makes you work, makes your brain kind of feel like there's a soda pop boiling on it. That you might be having a stroke if you feel like that. But otherwise, you're just learning. You're popping neurons.
Frank, let's take a minute to discuss my No Limit pendant here, medallion.
It's great, Dan. It's great.
You like that?
Where'd you get it?
It's not real gold, but it would fool you, wouldn't it?
No.
My wife got this for me a long time ago.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And I always forget to wear it. And I was like, you know what? Tonight's the night.
Was that like the first time you guys made Whoopi? She got you that because there was no more
I'm
limits.
not discussing that type of thing, especially on the record.
This is on the record for
Can
sure.
this be stricken as well?
It's getting very personal.
Listen,
So-
listen. No, it was far after we had gotten married.
So this is you three are the core of the group. This
Yeah.
is the nucleus that's been together.
Yeah.
That's a new guy.
New guy. So tell us about you guys been together for a while. About how long would you say?
12 years.
2010 with Joe.
Well, no, I was in like
2009?
2009, and you guys were together before I was around, so
Long fucking time.
we
To
old.
the gizane.
So in the 12 years, what's the one show that sticks out in your guys' mind? The one performance live. Where was it? Who did you open for somebody? Was it a record release party or?
We did a friend of mine's wedding at Cliff Bell's in 2012 in July, and there was a point where we dropped Pusher Man by Curtis Mayfield.
That's funny.
And we had like 3 or 4 generations and 2 different families just tearing it up at Cliff Bell's.
Everybody came up on stage.
People,
I'm your mama.
So what
Yeah,
about
yeah.
what about lyrically? Were there any edits to the lyrics at all?
I always I
Were
don't
they
I don't I
factual?
don't bring those I don't bring bad
Yeah.
words into the especially at a wedding.
Sure.
So
sure.
it was
okay.
you know,
It was curtailed where necessary.
yes, absolutely, yeah.
I've always
There's an
wondered about
obvious
that because I
edit
love that
point
song.
in the song.
Yeah, I've loved that song, but I've been reluctant to play and perform it. Ever.
Yeah, right on.
I'm your pusher man.
Yeah.
That's a great song. My buddy Chris Janowski showed me that song at a Jam Sandwich after party. I think I was like 21. I might have been 20.
Yeah.
But either way, it's stuck in my head for the rest of
Yeah.
All his stuff kind of sounds the same,
Oh, yeah.
basically, to an extent, but it's a great sound. So if you like that sound, I mean, put it on and clean your house or
Yeah.
do
If-
some
funny
chores.
that
Brought
Curtis-
everyone to the floor, like everyone that was there was like surrounding us, and it was just
So-
completely full of people. Yeah.
Curtis
It was great.
Mayfield was brought up in a comparison of your guys' sound twice in the comments of the live stream.
We love some Curtis.
Oh,
Thank you.
Them rim shots.
I believe one was your father. I believe. I don't know. Darth Vader. Yeah. So you guys mentioned you got some recording coming up and a music video.
Yes, that's right. We picked probably like four songs from the dark side that we will be playing in this
The
music
force is
video.
strong with this one.
Yeah, buddy. And we have a couple of aerial artists that'll be doing some stuff like hanging from these big hoops in the ceiling and doing some visual things
How often do you practice your Jedi skills?
daily.
Smart. That's what That's what Yoda.
If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. You know who said that?
Yoda, I think
Maybe. I was gonna say Sugar Free, the rapper from Pomona.
they're the same person. Really. Have you ever seen them in the same room together, same time?
The best defense is a good offense. You know who said that?
Mike Babcock.
Mel, the cook on Alice.
Great show. Not as good as Good Times. I love some like some like WGN after school television. Good Times, and
Absolutely.
Sanford and Son. Man,
Dun, 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 dun.
You big dummy.
big dummy. I'm coming, baby. It's a big one. I just love those shows. So I met Marcus on the Motown Mojo Live podcast.
That's right.
In Royal Oak. Why don't you give a quick plug for that?
You guys have
did
met.
a week. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't done any shows in a while, but Motown Mojo Live happens in Royal Oak on Monday nights from 7 to 9. And we have we promote Detroit artists or Metro Detroit artists, people from kind of all around the place. That's how we met Mr. Lowe. Mr. Lowe was on the show. We had Slowfoot on the show.
That rhymed.
And Mr. Lowe was on the show. Everybody know.
Say it again.
How many bodies? Everybody's. So that's a Corey Henry thing. But so
People don't think it be like it is, but it do.
it's all right, man. It
Sometimes
do what
they
it
be
does.
Like that. Yeah, it's true.
But we have guests on the show. We go around the table much like we're doing right now, and everyone kind of gives their spiel.
So this isn't your first time.
And it's not my first rodeo. And I would usually be taking notes right now because after the band plays their live Facebook bit, we do like an improv thing.
Has everybody been through this sort of thing before?
Everyone on the show has been through this thing.
So it's really awesome. So you go in. One time we were on there twice. I think we were on there.
You were on there twice.
So the first time was film producers. They Urban Envy was
That's
the name of
right.
the film. You can see it on Amazon
Yep.
Prime, I believe. Pretty cool movie, Urban Envy. And what's cool is, my band Slowfoot went on there. We played 3 or 4 songs. I'm not sure, but the entire time while there's filmmakers, magicians, a different time, drone pilots, the musical acts, and this whole time Marcus is taking notes, and at the very end they give you a theme to play.
Yeah, we spin the genre wheel.
A theme of a kind of music, and they tell the band to do it. So you create a jam, and Marcus creates a freestyle song just off the top of his head. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
For
like,
real?
just about like the stories that the bands are.
Do you rap it too?
No, I'm much too dapper to be a rapper.
Urban Envy.
That's to Quentin and
This
So
guy's
Blue.
doing a lot of
Blue
rhyming.
Fly Music.
Quentin and So Blue, they were awesome.
Yeah, they were really great.
No, I just if there's a lot of good storytelling going on, it helps me
You can drop a rhyme on a dime.
a little bit. I don't want to toot any horns here. But yeah, it's good when the guests have like really cool stories. It helps me like fill out the things, and I'll just sprinkle the lyrics down, and everyone can chip in, and it becomes a thing. And Slowfoot has definitely made it a thing every time. It's just
it was really fun.
epic jams.
It was really fun. And usually, we throw together, like if he tells us to play funk or country or whatever, we play the song that we know
Yeah,
that's in that
just-
vein or whatever. And it's worked out really well. And it's funny that the first time Slowfoot was on Motown Mojo, Marcus says, and he asks every band, do you have any songs about aliens? And our keyboard player, Pete, is in the depths of writing like a rock opera, graphic novel series.
He's the perfect
about-
guy to ask that question
about
to.
aliens, and he jumped out of his seat. He said, "Oh my god,
Yeah,
He
when you
was
guys
so
were talking
excited.
about like your recordings, I'm like, hey man, are any of these recordings about aliens, man?
yeah, dude, of course."
Yeah, and then like the improv songs, we'll lace a few aliens in there, because why not? But from there, like I asked, everyone in Motown Meltdown was bands from the podcast.
Sure.
And it was just a family of awesome bands that come on the show: Birds of Prey, Imaginary Islands, Panda House.
Panda House killer.
Yeah.
That's Roberto Robosaurus Brass.
Yeah. He's
Great
a great
painter.
artist too.
Great painter.
Absolutely.
I've
Yeah.
been following since we were on the show.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool. You do these podcasts and you get to rub elbows with people and you get to meet people and artists and see what they're doing. Slowfoot was on their Motown Mojo Live, and we met Co Corner, a filmmaker, and he was super interested in one of our songs that we played that night. And we've been in contact back and forth. Quentin from
Quentin and So Blue Fly
from Blue Fly. Quentin hit me up. He
Flint
runs,
Steam Society.
He runs drone videos,
Yep.
and he said he would when we get done with our record, which has been halted a million times because of COVID. But
Drone pilot, hell of a musician.
he said he would
Magician.
put together. He stumped us with
He
some magic.
he
tricks.
freaked y'all out, man. That was great.
Well, we were
And,
high.
he's a hell of a drummer
music.
too.
On music, we were
Yeah.
high on music.
Yeah, him and So Blue had a live thing
It'll
on
do that to
Halloween. They had a live thing on Halloween live stream that I watched from in my backyard. It was a good time.
There's nothing but good can come out of it. Everybody getting to know each other, and I think the music community in Southeast Michigan and all over Michigan on the west side, they have some cool stuff going too. But there's a lot of talent right here. I
Right
mean,
on.
all around us, there's a lot of really just sophisticated pro bands. It's always great to work with professional musicians. Not that we did tonight,
Right.
but you guys were easy to work with. We love the sound. We loved having you guys on there. The audience loved you guys.
Music
Thank you
is
very
medicine,
much.
You know, music is medicine. And when you were speaking of the Alien songs, it's kind of funny that you should bring that up because not only our mutual friend Pete and his whole Alien story, but I have oftentimes struggled and really sat down and try. I mean, I would construct the nicest, like, multi-layered tinfoil hats and just sit there and just I made little antennas for them and everything.
Shiny side out.
And I've been trying to communicate with them as to use them as a muse.
I don't think it
so to
works that
speak,
way.
And write songs about aliens, but as of yet, I've been unsuccessful. So I have no songs personally about
Right
aliens.
on. Well, I can tell you don't need any tinfoil. You just
I
need
want to.
Just
I
you just
want to.
quiet-
I want to write songs about aliens.
quiet your mind, quiet everything out of your mind, and just
Well, I kind of think that they're actually blocking my mind from writing about them because I can write about anything else. I mean, give me I could write about anything. But aliens, when I sit down to write about aliens, the one thing that I want to write about, it's.
I don't think they want you to write about them. I think that's what's going on here.
I think you're right. You're
Good little
see,
voice to skull
are you-
technology
are you in
going
on it?
on.
Are you
I'm,
in on it? Are
I'm
you
in
one
on
of
it
them?
all.
Are you
I'm,
one of them?
Are you QAnon?
This is a very dangerous topic to be getting into with me. I just want to say that.
Are you Q?
We don't have it. No.
Are
jeez.
you or are you not Q?
Good Lord, no.
Oh, thank goodness.
Uh,
The awakening.
yeah,
never
this
came.
is a conversation for another time, gentlemen.
You know, you think maybe like some of the politicians are aliens?
Oh man. I would say
Oh, let's
that.
stay out of it.
I
All
would
right,
say The
enough of that,
Simpsons
enough of
predicted
that.
enough
So
by now, don't you
anyway,
think?
do you guys have music on Spotify or YouTube? Do you guys have a YouTube
Are
channel?
we
or
on Spotify? Do we have?
Yeah, we're on all that.
Yeah, Heavy Soul Volume 1,
iTunes,
iTunes, Spotify. Yep.
Amazon.
The
Amazon.
album I
Apple
found
Music, we're
that
on all that shit.
that was a loaded question because the song and what's interesting here's a little sidebar. We used to play music in between the sets of the bands that were coming up, but YouTube and Facebook both flagged us even though we had written permission to use the music of these acts and there's no recourse. Thanks, Facebook. So anyway, so we have silence now between because we don't want to get our page banned. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, for that. But you guys were probably the first song that was played on the first episode. Mama Says.
I thought that sounded familiar. You guys played that at some point tonight, right? Or
Oh, they opened with it.
Opened
Yes.
with that
So-
yes. When I heard that, I was like, man, I've heard this before.
So I believe the album's called Heavy Soul.
Heavy Soul Volume 1, yeah.
Heavy Soul Volume 1 is the album that you can catch on, with these guys. It's YouTube and Spotify, anywhere you get music. Do you guys have a Facebook page, Instagram?
Yep, under
all
the
that
same
stuff?
name.
Yeah,
Yep.
Lucy's Brown Seville. Now, where'd the name come from? I hate to ask the stupidest question.
That would be Mr.
shit.
Paul Allen here.
Fuck. I don't know, man. It just, I don't know, man. It worked. You know what I mean? It's just like I knew a Lucy. She didn't drive a fucking Seville, but it was just like.
Was she in the sky with diamonds?
I wish she did drive a brown Seville. It just, I don't know. It just kind of, it sounded good. You know?
It does sound good. Everybody seems to like the name. It sounds
It's good for the
classy.
genre, I think, too, you know.
Yeah,
It just
yeah, it definitely fits what we're doing. You know what
Yeah, Boxy,
Yeah.
Moxie, and Little Roxy.
Yeah.
And it don't get going until it hits 70. I
Yeah.
know what you're saying.
I was into it. We already had some songs from the previous band that we brought into this and kind of like flipped them and slowed them down, add some, played them a little bit differently and made them something new.
Now, have you guys ever thought about playing something good?
Every day. We like to get the bad stuff out of the way.
Good music.
We played all the bad stuff and they're like, all right, now it's time to play something good.
Yeah, we pretty much covered all the shit tonight.
Yeah.
Do you like good
The absolute
music?
shit was covered
So
tonight.
next time, if
yeah, we're gonna bring
if we
out the-
if we
we're
have
gonna
you
bring
guys
out
on
all the
again
good stuff.
sometime,
Yeah.
maybe you'll
play some actual.
Yeah,
think, just think about.
Why did
play
we have to
actual
get-
songs
Did we
next
get the
time.
B stock tonight?
Oh,
No.
oh, you got the
There's-
stock, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys
You
been
gotta
Have you guys
save
been
something for the end.
rehearsing regularly? Have you guys been getting together?
No, we never get together.
Regularly is difficult. Once a week, we're lucky.
Once a month.
Once a month has been par to the course the past year.
I know. Well, okay. So
Yeah.
well, it is what it is. My band didn't get together for like 3 or 4 months
Right.
at one point, and the first rehearsal back was actually
Was like an explosion of creativity.
surprising. Yeah, I was gonna say it took a while to knock the rust off, which it did, but there was some things coming out of that first rehearsal back.
He had to grab the bounty,
Bounty.
There were
the
spills.
quicker picker upper.
So, oh yeah.
There was moisture.
Paper towel. Okay.
Anyway.
Y'all been spilling.
After the circle jerk.
Oh,
It was more of
wow.
it was a pentagon. There's 5 of us. But anyway, I think take a
That's
little
a
break.
pretty awkward thing to hear as we sit in a semicircle.
Would it be like a crescent moon wink? Or?
More of an octagon.
I'm not interested in any of this.
Well,
I
we're
just
in it for the
wanna
camera
disclose that
angles
right
at this
now.
point.
So I noticed after we don't get together as a band for a while that there's this explosion of creativity. Everyone brings all these new ideas to the table, and it's like this.
You get out of ruts, and
There's
you
got to
get
be
out
some
of
good sound effects for that comment.
and you get out of you get out of playing and doing things the same way that you always do them. And maybe if you haven't heard the song or haven't played the song in a few months, you might hear it on different ears or the different mindset. And you don't have to do X or Y, and you just do what comes natural to you.
Yeah.
As long as you're keeping your chops up,
Yeah.
at home, which I think was, for me, there was a point where I didn't have work for about 5 months, and that was the best I had been on the guitar in my entire life. I was playing 6 hours a day because I wanted to, and I could, and it was fun. And as I got back to work and get back to the grind, it's like, man, I kind of miss that.
I admire your self-discipline.
Ah.
I don't have that discipline.
It's kind of what it takes to continue growing once you hit a certain age and point and threshold in playing. I mean, you kind of got to all right, well, I guess I got to push hard and learn all this crazy stuff that I've been putting off for a while.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to get into flat picking and just things that I didn't do. I took 2 lessons when I was 11 when I got my guitar, and then I kind of just put all the rest of the musical knowledge I had from playing saxophone and being in choirs and all that, into play, and kind of to quote Ricky from Trailer Park Boys, I self-learned myself and self-smarted myself as best I could. And I just took a lesson recently with Al Carmichael, a great guitar player from the area. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him and his music, but he's a killer guitar player, and he taught me some things, and not even technical aspect of things, but just how to think about music and how to look at music and how to look at your playing and how to differentiate between trying to be inside of a box to just playing with your ears and playing with your heart and your head and not thinking about it. It's like the Karate Kid.
It's like the flow state. I've been listening to these videos on YouTube, and I just watched one discussing the flow state, and that's exactly what I think it is that you're describing. At least that's what I feel when I'm doing my best playing. I mean, I was watching all you guys. I'm sure that pretty much everybody on this stage has been in that, or visits it regularly. That state where it transcends traditional consciousness, and you're no longer really thinking about what you're playing. You're actually becoming one with the instrument.
Self-actualization.
Yeah, I mean that platonically with the instrument.
You all move unison.
No funny business.
Y'all move at the same time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then that too. When you're actually playing with other people, and it's as though all your energy's aligned and everything. Just
like the bird
that.
and the fish.
It's almost like there's another player in the room because things become so tight and good and perfect, and nothing's out of place that it's like there's a magic that comes with that when it's locked in like that, and it's also like one of the greatest feelings in the world.
Agreed.
Now
Yeah,
speaking
That didn't happen tonight.
now speaking of moving in unison, Tony,
Well,
I
Al
noticed.
Carmichael, you mentioned it. He'd be. I just wish he'd play something good.
I wish he'd come on and play something good too. Tony, I noticed, you like to get down when you play. You like to dance. Are you a professional dancer? Have you ever done ballet or?
No.
You get down, and where this all ties back
any
to is he
private
said moving
dancing?
in unison. And I'm wondering, are you guys gonna get some dance moves in here? Like you said you like Motown stacks and all that sort of thing. Are we gonna get some Temptation, movements going on?
I don't know how that's possible when we're all playing instruments.
Tony, could you sing?
You're so negative,
that could
dude.
be like a music video
Could you
thing.
sing me? Could you sing me "Private Dancer" by Tina Turner?
I'm your private dancer, dancing for money. I do what you want me to do. I'm your private dancer.
I love it.
She's wearing that
Wow.
dress. She's got the
Dude,
hair
That's
I gotta
that's
be
why
honest with you, man.
that's why he's with us.
in a nutshell.
That's why he's with us.
That's off to you, buddy.
Yeah.
I was not expecting
Beyond
that.
Thunderdome? Was she the
Yeah.
villain in that one?
Yeah.
Guys
She
full of
sure
surprises.
was. She was also the acid queen in the Who's Tommy.
Okay. Wow.
I have to
This
see that
moment
again.
goes down in history, man.
Oh my god.
That was one of those comments that I come up with just randomly off the cuff. I had zero expectation that was going to happen right now. That was incredible.
Expect the unexpected.
So I think that's as good a place as any to cut off here. We had Tony sing Private Dancer, Lucy's Brown Seville, Aliens. We talked about QAnon, Guy Fawkes. I think we really covered it all. So for if you want to be on Play Something Good, hit us up at playsomethinggood@gmail.com. Check out our website, www.playsomethinggood.com. You can check us out on YouTube, Facebook, anywhere the internet is sold. And tune in next week. I believe we have the Great Northern Revival will be in with us next week.
Oh yeah, excellent choice.
And actually, this is worth mentioning. Dan will not be with us next week. He's playing an actual show, an honest-to-God show where people will be, I believe.
Private message for details if you're interested
What's
in
the
that.
name of your band? Were you guys on the first episode?
We were. What is the name of our band? We like play songs and stuff. It's pretty
I
cool.
believe it's Saturday Night.
Saturday Night Gangster. It is.
Yeah, Saturday Night
check,
Gangster.
Check it out, man. Check it out. Saturday Night Gangster. We try to have fun.
So anyway, we'd like to say thanks you guys, Frank Romali,
Thank
Dan
you.
McCasson,
Frank, you got a band too, don't you? Something about Rabbit Foot, Lucky Foot.
Lucky Foot. No, my band's name is Slowfoot.
Footnotes. Oh,
And,
Slowfoot.
We'll be
Slowfoot.
on the podcast here. As soon as we get the learning curve figured out and get everything
Bet you won't.
running, and yeah, we probably won't. You're right.
But you could
Anyway.
imagine if you did.
We were the guinea pigs.
Lucy's
all
Brownsville.
good.
Thank you guys
Thank
so
you for
much
having
for
us.
coming out. Play Something Good. Check us out next week. We air every week on Saturday night at 9 p.m. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, the internet. Wow.
Yeah, shoot us a message or something if you want to, like sponsor us or something too.
Tell us
Feel
you don't like
free.
us. Who cares?
Yeah, tell us we're ugly.
All right, guys.
Tell
take
Frank
care.
he doesn't look like a singer.
I don't. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
That's it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in to Play Something Good. Thanks again to Lucy's Brown Seville. We had a great time and hope you did too. Thank you and good night.